Retro Rat here, coming at you with another pickups video. Today is March 9th, 2014. Today I'm going to be going over some trades I did, as well as a video game store pickup. My first flea market that I went to was today, and as well as a trade I did with a fellow YouTuber. First, we're going to get into the local video game store that I went to, which was yesterday. The game store is called J Street. It's in the King of Prussia Mall. I went there because I wanted to pick up a specific Game Boy game that he had a complete in box. And right next to it was a bunch of other games that I was interested in. And here's what I purchased. Purchased Final Fantasy Legends 3 complete in box. This was $40. It was in excellent condition for me for spending the $40. And then he also had two other games that I was interested in, as well as a bunch of other ones that I'm going to get into. Mega Man Extreme for the Game Boy Color, that was also complete. There's some sticker residue right here. Mega Man Zero Z4, complete in box, that was $15. I noticed there was a whole bunch of other games that I was interested in, so I started talking to the guy, and I told him that I had a tote full of games, maybe 50 or 60, common games like Devil May Cry, Gran Turismo 3, Gran Turismo 4, Toy Story for the Genesis, a whole bunch of random games that were, something that I didn't need, nor had an outlet to sell. So he told me to bring them in. I brought them in, and here's what I got. Zelda Link to the Past manual, Art Tanelico 2, the art book, Sakura Wars manual, Ark Rise Fantasia, Kid Icarus manual, Mortal Kombat Trilogy manual. The only manual I really needed out of there was the Mortal Kombat Trilogy. I just thought that those other manuals for $1 a piece were warranted for me to purchase. And the games that I got for my trade, like I said, it was like 60, 65 games that I gave him, maybe upwards of 80. But it was a lot of common stuff that I really didn't care about. Was Mega Man Power-Ups for the PSP, Mega Man Battle Network 3 Blue, Mega Man Battle Network 3 White. All these games are complete. Mega Man Battle Network, Mega Man Battle Network 2, no, it's not this one, it's Mega Man Battle Chip. There's a damage to the box back here, and a little sticker residue right here. So I gave him a bunch of games that I didn't want or have an outlet to get rid of without selling it on eBay and then have to pay shipping and all that other nonsense. And I got 6 games that I really, really wanted, and then I was able to pick up a couple manuals as well. The next thing I did was a trade with my buddy. I traded him Xenogears Black Label, Dark Cloud for the PS2, and why am I drawing a blank with the other two? And 2 other RPGs. Brave Fencer Musashi for the PS2, and I can't remember the other one. And also gave him $60, and I got another collector's edition, Tales of Symphonia. This one is 15,000 and some change is the number. If anybody is looking for this, let me know. I'd be more than happy to trade. The games that I traded him were my doubles as well as the cash. This is factory sealed, never been opened. The next trade I did was with a fellow YouTuber. His name is the N64 Hermit 99. I traded him a couple games, and he was able to help me out. He gave me the Super Game Boy, Wario Land 3. I need the manual for this still. Yoshi's Story. I need the manual for this as well. And Donkey Kong 64. Very easy and nice guy to deal with. Really fair trades. Thanks again for that. The next one we'll go with is the Goodwill purchase. I was able to get the collector's edition Halo in excellent condition for $4. If anybody has the slipcover for this game, let me know because I still need it. And a GameCube with all the cords and cables and one controller for $10. That wasn't a bad purchase. The next one we'll go with is the eBay purchase. I paid $20 shipped for these 3 items. Complete in box, Cruising USA, boxes in average condition. Baseball Stars 2000, boxes in average condition as well. And GoldenEye complete in box. Paid $20 shipped for those. Was very happy. I'm going to sell or trade off the GoldenEye. The other two games I actually wanted, which is kind of weird. The next we're going to go with is the flea market. So where I'm at the flea market, so usually it's a huge flea market, but unfortunately the big part of the section doesn't open up until April. I didn't know that, so I did the small section, and here's what I was able to come up with. 2 black GameCubes, all the hookups and cables for it, and 1 black controller, plus 3 games. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, R Racing Evolution, and Super Monkey Ball 2. Paid $25 for that. Next lot I got at this flea market was this right here. Knights of the Republic manual and CD. CD is actually in pretty good condition. And a Super Nintendo official controller. Paid $9 for those two. Not that bad of a deal. The next one we're going to go with is this one right here. I saw Animal Crossing manual, and I assumed that the game was inside it. It wasn't. Someone stole it out of there. It's kind of the area that we live in. Is kind of, people steal that type of stuff. So I was able to get that for free, but I bought 1942 for the Game Boy, Operation C for the Game Boy, and the Game Shark for the Game Boy Pocket. If there's anything you see in the video that you're interested in, let me know what you're interested in. I do have a list of things that I need, so I'll be more than happy to trade with you. I paid $15 for that stuff right there. I paid $5 for Dragon Ball GT Season 2. This is in excellent condition. Paid $5 for it. The next one is paid $2 a piece for these. Hot Shots Golf Open T complete, as well as Mercury Meltdown. These games are extremely cheap. PSP games, I mean, you can get quality title PSP games, not saying that these are quality titles, but you can get quality title PSP games for less than $10. So right now is the time to buy PSP. If you have a store that sells PSP games, go buy them right now. You're going to thank me later. And the next purchase I had was Yoshi's Cookie, Pokemon Crystal, and Pokemon Red with the no label. I was able to talk the guy down to $20 for those. The strangest purchase of the day was this one right here. Sega Genesis Model 2 with the Sega CD Model 2, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is in there. All the necessary cords, cables, hookups, and controller. The reason why I say it was weird was she had a bunch of DS games. She wanted $15 a piece for DS games, and none of them were good. And she wanted $9 for the DS charger. And I asked her how much for the Sega stuff. She goes, "Oh, that's old. Nobody wants that stuff. Give me $30. So I was able to get that for $30. And the final purchase of the day is probably the best one. Me and my buddy kind of did some tag teaming on this one. He wanted Zelda Collector's Edition for the GameCube. It was in excellent condition. The guy wanted $50 for it, which is kind of on the average pricing side, but when you're at a flea market, you don't want to pay $50 for a game. And I saw Platinum GameCube. Do I really want a Platinum GameCube? No. I wanted the Game Boy player with the disc. Also came with the microphone, all the hookups, one controller, the other cables, and a memory card. I asked him how much he wanted for that. He said $50. So right then and there, we're already at $100. I also saw RBI Baseball. He wanted $3 for that. I needed it to complete my RBI Baseball box and manual. And Bomberman World, he wanted $10 for it. So right there, we're at $113. My buddy wanted to pay around $35 for Zelda, which I can't blame him. Paying $35, you're probably getting a good deal. So what I decided to do was bundle everything together. So we're at 113. Offered the guy 80. He took it. My buddy gave me the 35 for the Zelda. So I own the Bomberman World, GameCube, Game Player, and RBI Baseball for the 45. I sell GameCubes with the power supply and the all the hookups with the exception of the controller to a local game store, and he gives me $20. So I got Bomberman World, RBI Baseball, and the Game Boy player for $25, which I thought was an absolute steal for myself considering I needed the player, and Bomberman World is really good. And as I'm paying him, I see this game, Metal Saga. He wanted $15 for that, and my buddy saw Xenosaga 3 and Ultimate Saga for the PS2. He wanted $30 for Xenosaga 3, and he wanted $8 for Ultimate Saga for the PS2 as well. Once again, we bundled together. The guy originally said, "Why don't we do 45, and I'll give you Ultimate Saga for free." I was like, "Why don't we do 40?" So I paid 10 for this, and he paid 30 for the Xenosaga and the Ultimate Saga, which I thought was a pretty good deal. The question of this week, guys, is going to be a very simple one. What did you pick up out there that was your favorite item that you purchased in the past couple weeks? As always, like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment, like I said, what was the item that you picked up this week? And always subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. Thank you and have a good day.